No, it's like you, right?
Yaga plate. Kind of place. It's a old classic. You need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 straight.
Yeah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada's Guru Puja ki jai. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jayo, Jayo Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bando mohe savadhana mate Bando mohe savadhana mate Jahar prasade bhavatoriya jai Jahar prasade bhavatoriya jai Krishna prapti ho jahan hote Krishna prapti hoy jahan hote Guru mukha padma vakya chitte te koriya kya Guru mukha padma vakya चित्ते ते कोरिया क्या। आर ना करी हो माने आशा, आर ना करी हो माने आशा। श्री गुरु चराने रति ऐसे उत्तमा गति। श्री गुरु चराने रति ऐसे उत्तमा गति। जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्वा आशा। जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्वा आशा। चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से। चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से। दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित। दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित। प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते। प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते। वेद गाय जहाँ रचरित। वेद गाय जहाँ रचरित। श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनर बंधु। श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनर बंधु। लोके नाथ लोके राजीवाना। लोके नाथ लोके राजीवाना। हाँ प्रभु करो दया देह मोर पाद छाया। हाँ प्रभु करो दया देह मोर पाद छाया। हाँ हाँ प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया। हाँ हाँ प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया। एबे जास सुत्रिभुवाना। एबे जास सुत्रिभुवाना। Srila Prabhupada Patitha Pavana Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Prabhupada, 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 Jayo, Jayo, Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra. Jayo Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar. Jayo Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar. Jayo Nitai, Gaura Sundar Nitai, Gaura Sundar, Gaura Sundar. Jayo Radha, Sham Sundar Radha, Sham Sundar Radhe. Jayo Radha, Radhanath Radha, Radhanath Radhe. जयो प्रभुपदा जयो प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जयो प्रभुपदा प्रभुपाद 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 जयो जयो प्रभुपाद Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvrajacharya Astotra Satchi Shimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON's founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai BBT founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Put for Life founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvrajacharya Astotra Satchi Shimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Thakur Ki Jai अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र महारानी की जय श्री श्री निठाई गौर सुंदर की जय श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय श्री भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्री गुरु परंपरा की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय श्री नीलचल जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की जय श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी महारानी की जय जय गौर प्रेमानंद All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Namaste Narashinhaya Namaste Narashinhaya Pradadadadahine Pradadadadahine Hiranyakashi Purvaksha Hiranyakashi Purvaksha Shri Ratankanankalaya Shri Ratankanankalaya ito nishringa parato nishringa. Ito nishringa parato nishringa. Yato yato yamitato nishringa. Yato yato yamitato nishringa. Bahir nishringa, dahir nishringa. Bahir nishringa, dahir nishringa. Narshringa madim saranam prapade. Narshringa madim saranam prapade. Tava kar kamalavare nakam adbhuta shringam. Tarita hiranya kashipu dano brindam. Keshavadrita narahari rupa jaya jagadisha hare. Jaya jagadisha hare. Jaya jagadisha hare. Jaya Nashringadev, Jaya Nashringadev, Nashringadev, Jaya Nashringadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So welcome to ISKCON Durban, New Jagannath Puri Temple. And thank you very much for making your sacrifices and braving the weather this morning. I'm sure the Lord will be most pleased that you've come to see Him, and He will appreciate your sacrifices. This morning we have the pleasure of listening to a very, very senior devotee in ISKCON. And for many of you, the speaker this morning needs no introduction whatsoever. But for those of you who are new, I'm sure you'll want to know his name. His name is His Grace Rupanuga Das. He's, like I said, his introduction, and there's so much that this particular devotee has done. And I could stand here the whole morning telling you about his accolades and accomplishments in ISKCON. But I'll just give you a quick brief as to what he's done and what he's all about. So if you just indulge me with a few minutes and we'll be done. So the first thing that I need to mention, that he is one of those stalwart devotees who's joined ISKCON some 38 years ago. And he's been practicing Krishna consciousness for a very, very long time. He's very fixed in his devotional service, and many of you will see him at the temple all the time doing beautiful service. He's expert at everything, and you would have already experienced that from cooking. If you haven't tasted prasadam that's cooked by him, you should. Decor, every time there's a big function that's taking place at this temple or at Sri Sri Radhanath, the person behind that is His Grace Rupanuga Prabhu. Kirtans, he's always singing beautiful kirtans and bhajans, and you can testify to that. Also, he's a very erudite scholar, very well learned and versed in the scripture, and you will see just now as he goes through the scripture that he really does indeed know the scripture. Not only does he know the scripture, but he also lives by the scripture. So I don't want to take up any more of your time because we want to hear him this morning. So let's put our hands together for His Grace Rupanuga Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks to Raj Krishna Prabhu for those kind words. It's undeserving for a fallen soul like me. So today the class will be in two parts. We've been through this period of Pitarpak recently, and it may be still continuing. So we'll give you a devotional or a Vaishnava understanding of what it means. And also, yesterday was the Vyasa Puja of His Holiness Parthasarathi Das Goswami Maharaj. And also combined with his 50 years, 5 decades of service to Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. So we will go through some aspects of that also, time permits. So we're just waiting for the song to go up, the Guru Astakam song. Just waiting Prabhu to preload it. So the Guru Astakam is 8 verses that's glorifying the spiritual master, and how one can serve Krishna with the mercy and guidance of the spiritual master. So this song covers many, many aspects of the spiritual master. We will sing the bhajan first, and then after we will explain what the verses mean. Hare Krishna. So it will be sung in the evening melody. Samsara Dalidhaloka Pranaya Karunya Ganaganatha Abdasya Kalanya Gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charnaravinda Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Baditra Madhyan Manasorasena Manchakampa Turanga Bhaja Vande Guru Shri Charnaravinda Sivigrahara Dhananityanana Shringaratan Mandiramajanada Tasya bhaktam chayananjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charnaravinda Chaturveda Shri Bhagavat Prasada Svagdhana Triptam Hari Bhakta Sangha Tritviva Triptim Bhajata Sadeva Vande Guru Shri Charnaravinda Shri Radhika Madhavayarapara Madhurya Leela Ganarupanamna Tanalupasya Vande Guru Shri Charnaravinda Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Nikunjayo no Ratikele Siddha Yaya Libiryukti Rapiksaniya Tatratidaksya Ativalabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Sakshadharidvena samastra sastre Yuktasya tava vyativa sabde Into Prabhuya Yaevatasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Yasya prasada bhagavat prasada Yasya prasada nagati kutapi Yasya prasada nagati kutapi Ayam suvam tasya yasyasti sandhya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda 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 Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Sasanchakra Ki Jai. Parita Bhavani Tagore Sundar Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We'll recite Mangalacharana before we start. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakayam Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we'll go through the song that we just sung. And the explanation or the translation is very deep. And if one understands the meaning of this, then one will develop a very nice relationship with one's own spiritual master and understand who he really is and how he can guide you and help you all the way back home, back to Godhead. So text 1. The spiritual master is receiving benediction from the ocean of mercy. Just as a cloud pours water on a forest fire to extinguish it, so the spiritual master delivers the materially afflicted world by extinguishing the blazing fire of material existence. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is an ocean of auspicious qualities. So we can understand, prior to Srila Prabhupada going to the West, basically this Krishna conscious movement was only known in the borders of India. And Srila Prabhupada, in his first meeting with his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, at Ultadanga place, which has been recently acquired by ISKCON, which has renovated the whole place and re-established that building. And the actual meeting spot where Prabhupada received his first instruction from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He hadn't met him before, but he could recognize Srila Prabhupada. He said, "You are an intelligent young boy. Can you go out and preach this message of Godhead to the English-speaking world?" Imagine you coming in the presence of your spiritual master for the first time and you get such a powerful instruction. So although Srila Prabhupada could not carry out that instruction immediately, because he was a grihastra, he had a family to maintain, he had his pharmaceutical business to run, and he was sort of tied down with those responsibilities. And even when Srila Prabhupada was attending the regular programs of his spiritual master, they could, not just his own spiritual master, but Srila Prabhupada's. Can you cut the echo a bit, please? There's some feedback. The God brothers and senior devotees of his spiritual master recognized Srila Prabhupada as an exalted personality. And they encouraged him to actually join full-time at that early stage. But the Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master told no. In due course of time, he will do everything. So as we know, the forest fire that is spoken about is material existence. And the place where you would say material, this forest fire or the blazing fire of material existence is more in the West. And Srila Prabhupada, he went to the West, and he didn't go to Upper Manhattan where the rich and the famous stayed. He went to the Lower East Side, in the Bowery, where the most degraded of degraded people stayed, hippies. And he preached at great risk to his own life, because a lot of them were under drugs, LSD, marijuana, a whole lot of other cocktail of drugs. And at a huge risk to his own life, once while staying in an apartment, if you could hardly call it an apartment, he shared an apartment with a hippie who became so high with intoxication that he tried to attack Srila Prabhupada, and he threw out his typewriter and damaged his equipment. So Srila Prabhupada went through a lot just to establish. So the spiritual master, he goes through great risk. He's the ocean of mercy. And Prabhupada is the genuine spiritual master, because previously there were other spiritual masters that went to the West. And generally they had this long hair with the big beard, flowing robes, and they portrayed the image of a grand, high sort of guru. But basically they were giving out secret mantras, selling mantras to make a quick buck, teaching some secret mantra, whispering in their ears, and but their teachings was tainted with the result of lining their own pockets and getting something in return. But Srila Prabhupada didn't go there for that purpose. He went rather to give rather than to take. So this forest fire and this translation, the materially afflicted world, by extinguishing this blazing fire of material existence. So what is this extinguishing this blazing fire of material existence? Is giving one genuine spiritual knowledge of explaining who you are, where did you come from, where would you go to when you die, what is reincarnation, what happens to the soul when the body dies. This type of knowledge was not taught before. And Srila Prabhupada explained it. And the reason why Srila Prabhupada had success, because he simply repeated what his own spiritual master taught him. He did not add or subtract anything. Of course, he preached according to time, place, and circumstances. According to who were in front of him, he had to speak so that they could also understand. So Srila Prabhupada, if you examine the lives of these Western people that he was preaching to, a lot of them were disillusioned with the rule at that time, especially in America. It was like a counterculture. The Vietnam War was going on, and a lot of the people could see right through it. It was senseless killing of innocent civilians in a foreign country. So many thousands of lives were lost for no apparent reason. And a lot of them became disillusioned by that. And they went against the American government. They were forced to be recruited to serve in the army. And there are many cases where devotees got away from being listed by serving in the army. Of course, there's much more can be said on this first text. Second one, chanting the holy name, dancing in ecstasy, singing, and playing musical instruments. The spiritual master is always gladdened by the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is relishing the mellows of pure devotion. Within his mind, sometimes his hairs stand on end. He feels quivering in his body, and tears flow from his eyes like waves. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. So there are many instances where Srila Prabhupada cries while singing. And one of the songs, if you can search for this on YouTube, is Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha in the evening melody. And the fourth, the fifth verse, while Prabhupada is singing, his voice chokes up. So it is a reality, because the spiritual master can feel the genuine emotion of what he's singing and why he is singing these bhajans. Especially Hari Haraya Nama Krishna, it's actually non-different from the Maha Mantra, because it's glorifying these 6 Goswamis, headed up by Rupa Goswami, and who Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu empowered, especially Rupa Goswami and his elder brother Sanatan Goswami. And he gave them specific instructions, and he told them, in my absence, you are the leaders of this Gaudiya Madhva Sampradaya, especially in Vrindavan. And of course, as you know, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, they compiled many books. And the most famous one by Sanatan Goswami is Brihad Bhagavatamrita. It's a wonderful story of Gop Kumar And it gives... How many of you have read Brihad Bhagavatamrita? Yeah, you can raise your hand. Okay, these books have been painstakingly translated by Gopi Paranadhana Prabhu. And it's a wonderful pastime of Gop Kumar, going through the different types of hierarchy on how to understand who is the topmost devotee of the Lord. So it goes to different, there are 3 volumes of books that explains a different hierarchy of devotees. And each one you would think is the highest, but he keeps referring to the next personality and the next personality and the next personality until Gop Kumar goes back home, back to Godhead. And of course, Rupa Goswami, he compiled many, many books at Ter Kadamba. The connection between Srila Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami is our strongest link, because when Srila Prabhupada retired from his householder life and he went to Vrindavan, first he stayed at another place, which we don't have as part of the ISKCON setup, and then he moved to the Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. And he rented a small room, which is still under the care of ISKCON. And if you go into the space, I know every time I enter that space, you just end up in tears, because it's such a humble dwelling. It's one of the most simplest of beds that Srila Prabhupada slept on. There's hardly any furniture in the room. And the connection to Rupa Goswami is that Srila Prabhupada had a kitchen that had a little window, and if you look out through that window, you'll see the courtyard of the Radha Damodar temple. And in that courtyard was simultaneously the Bhajan Kutir and the Samadhi of Rupa Goswami. So recently, Giriraj Maharaj posted an article on why Srila Prabhupada reads his own books. Why would the author want to read his own books? Because he already knows what's in the book. But Srila Prabhupada confessed to one of his disciples, the reason I read my own books is because these books were not written by me. These books were dictated by Krishna himself to me. I am simply a scribe to what Krishna has instructed me. Of course, guided by Rupa Goswami. And Srila Prabhupada's main inspiration he got was from Rupa Goswami. And of course, the most important book of Rupa Goswami is the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the Nectar of Devotion, where it guides the devotees. It's like the law book for us on how one can develop in one's spiritual life. There are many, many different sections on the characteristics of the devotee, the 64 qualities of the devotees, the offenses one should avoid. That's mainly in part 1. And part 2, it gets a little bit more esoteric, very, very deep understanding the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So thereafter, Rupa Goswami, the line was entrusted to their nephew, Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami, he had his group, Srinivasacharya, Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Pandit. These are all great, great, great devotees of the Lord. They're actually gopis in their previous existence. Shyamananda Pandit, the story right near the temple of Radha Damodar, where he found the ankle bell of Radharani. And because that's part of the Seva Kunj area where the Rasa dance takes place. And even up to this day, these activities of the Lord still take place. And the local residents of Vrindavan, they know they are forbidden to look into the Seva Kunj after a certain time at night. Because if one looks into that, you can actually lose your mind by seeing these pastimes being performed. So Shyamananda Pandit, when he found this bangle, which came out while they were doing this rasa dance, and of course, I think it was Lalita Sakhi who came looking for the bangle or the ankle bell, and Shyamananda Pandit refused to give it. He said, "No, I'll only give this ankle bell if I see the matching one." Lalita was in a dilemma what to do. This is Radharani's ankle bell, and he doesn't want to give it, what to do. So they had to transform Shyamananda Pandit into a gopi. And he wanted to see the matching one till he gives it. Of course, it's a whole book written, it's a very long story. And where they transform him into a gopi, he became Shama Sakhi. And they took him to the spiritual world, and he saw the matching ankle bell, and he gave it to Radharani. So it was a wonderful pastime. So Jiva Goswami, he wrote the Sat Sandarbhas, Krishna Sandarbha, Bhagavat Sandarbha, Priti Sandarbha was the last one. And he was the main or the most intelligent in our line of philosophers. And he empowered Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Pandit and Srinivasacharya. These were the first of the first Sankirtan devotees. And believe it or not, the books were written on palm leaves. They were carved onto palm leaves and made into a book form. Can you imagine how painstaking that is? So the first set of books was compiled by Jiva Goswami, handwritten in these palm leaves, beautiful handwriting. And they were sent, one group was sent to Bengal and another group was sent to Jagannath Puri, to preach the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the spiritual master chanting the holy name, from all the instructions that the spiritual master gives, the chanting of the holy name is the most important. Because the holy name of Krishna and Krishna himself is non-different. And one might not realize this initially, but as one chants every day, initially one might not have a taste for chanting. But as one chants in the association of devotees, rise early in the morning, goes to bed a little earlier at night to make sure that one wakes up early in the morning, and try to chant these 16 rounds unbroken, continuous. If you can't do 16 unbroken, chant. The granta is 4 rounds at a time. You do it continuously. So in this way, one will develop a higher taste for chanting. And once get the taste for chanting, then what is the result of that? One wants to chant more and more and more. Srila Prabhupada compromised, like a sales rep when he goes to sell his product. The sales rep can reduce the price of the product to make the sale. And he's authorized to do so under a certain limit. Srila Prabhupada initially asked his disciples to chant 64 rounds, and it was an almost impossible task. And those were much younger devotees, but those same young devotees today are chanting those 64 rounds. They might not admit to it, but we know devotees like Parthasarathi, Das Goswami Maharaj, and a lot of the senior devotees of Prabhupada, they are chanting 64 rounds a day now, which was initially almost impossible to do. So likewise, when one develops the taste for chanting every day, And when one makes a sacrifice to rise early, you can chant in front of your altar or have a sacred space at home where you are undisturbed, and you chant and you hear the holy name carefully, then the relish for the holy name will awaken in the heart. Because the Lord is situated in the heart as Chaitya Guru, Super Soul. And if he sees the sincere attempt of the devotee to chant the holy name, then the Lord from within will reciprocate with you to help you to relish and develop a higher taste, to chant more and more and more. And when one experiences a taste like this, what is the next step to do? Is to try and tell as many people as possible what you are experiencing, what you've read in Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada didn't just translate his books just to be distributed. He expressed discontent when he found out that devotees are just distributing without even reading his books. What is the point of distributing if you don't know what's in the book? So he really encouraged, because Srila Prabhupada, as we know, he slept for maybe 1 or 2 hours a night, or sometimes even less. I had the good fortune to visit the LA temple, and the room where Srila Prabhupada translated most of Srila Prabhupada's books, and the reference books of the Goswamis are still kept very, very intact. And you can see, Prabhupada with the dictaphone in the wee hours of the morning, translating these books for our benefit. So he spent gallons and gallons of blood to make us understand the Vedic teachings, how to develop our Krishna consciousness, how to develop love for Krishna, what it takes to go back to the spiritual world, and what one does when one goes back to the spiritual world. What are the activities of the spiritual world? So this has not been revealed previously. So chanting the holy name, dancing in ecstasy. Sometimes when these Srinivasacharya, Shamananda Pandit, when they went out in preaching, they should have these Harinams. And the Harinam was in such an intense state, like in the house of Srivas Pandit, Srivas Angam. Although the Lord has already left the planet, but in these dynamic kirtans, Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually manifested in these kirtans because it was sung in such a dynamic way. So much of love and purity and ecstasy that the Lord actually manifests in this kirtan. Sometimes we have a slight glimpse of it on auspicious days. We have this ecstatic kirtan and everybody just gets swept into the kirtan. You have some glimpse of a taste of what these kirtans can mean. Singing and playing musical instruments. The culmination of our spiritual activities is actually for all of us to sit and chant in congregation. Higher than chanting your japa alone, the relish and the real taste comes when one sit, like how we are all sitting now, and we chant in the presence of the Lord, and we glorify the Lord. That is the highest experience one can experience, singing in ecstasy for the Lord. And the musical instruments, if it's played in a very nice way, it brings about a lot of pleasure. There are cautions, of course. Sometimes you might be overly exuberant. Sometimes you might bang the instruments too hard, which can be displeasing. So it's a science how one develops a taste of how to play the instruments and how to make everything sound in sync with each another for the pleasure of the Lord. Of course, some of these other, like quivering of the body, hair standing on end, we may be very, very far from that. We might get a feeling sometimes, but it's something that you can work towards, by developing your taste in chanting. So text number 3. The spiritual master is always engaged in temple worship of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. He also engages his disciples in such worship. They dress the deities in beautiful clothes and ornaments, clean the temple, and perform other similar worship of the Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. So this is a slightly higher level for devotees to work towards. It's referring to devotees that are more Brahmanically initiated one receives Brahman thread or gets Brahman initiation from the spiritual master. What it actually means is from your first initiation, one takes on spiritual life so seriously that the temple authorities and your spiritual master recognizes that you have become deeper in your spiritual activities, you're giving more time, you're becoming serious, so they award you this Brahmanical initiation. So then of course one doesn't have to have Brahman initiation to clean the temple and other activities, but especially dressing the deities or cooking for the lordships. When one needs to go on the flame, one has to have second initiation. It's a different level that one can work towards. And the purpose of this is one once engages in addressing the lordships and cooking for the deities, making beautiful flower garlands and offering to the Lord with love and devotion. So this is actually preparing you to go back to the spiritual world. Because in the spiritual world, your own spiritual master is one of the Sakhis. In the grand scheme of things, they are guided by the hierarchy of gopis, and the spiritual master in our line is guided by the predecessor acharyas coming down to Srila Prabhupada. And you get afforded the ability to serve Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world. Intimate service like dressing, making flower garlands. Like in the Gopi Shastras, it's described how after Radha and Krishna finished the night pastimes, amorous pastimes, which we don't really speak much about, and Jiva Goswami, there's a specific reason why he didn't speak too much about Parikya Ras. He spoke mostly on Swakya Ras, the married gopis. He didn't speak about the Parikya ones, which unmarried gopis having this intimate relationship with Krishna for a reason. Because the sahaja meaning one who imitates the Supreme Lord without understanding what this pastime mean. And they were adopting girlfriends and having side relationships, trying to imitate this type of relationship, not fully understanding how Krishna interacted with the gopis. So Jiva Goswami especially did not write much about the Parikya Ras because of the sahaja mentality that will prevail. So the spiritual master, in a higher sense, we've been taught that the spiritual master is coming in the line of Balaram, but there's also the spiritual master in a higher level is coming directly from Radharani herself, where he is an intimate Sakhi, and you get guidance from the spiritual master to serve Krishna in this most intimate way. Text 4. The spiritual master is always offering 4 kinds of delicious food, analyzes those which are licked, chewed, drunk, and sucked. When the spiritual master sees that the devotees are satisfied by eating the Bhagavat Prasad, he is satisfied. So here again, when one reads these wonderful scriptures, it is explained how the pastimes in Vrindavan are very dynamic, where Mother Purnamasi, she somehow tricks Jatila, in releasing Radharani to do Surya Puja and to get her away from the home of Jatila and Kutila. And under that pretense, there are other stories also. Radharani is freed in the morning to come to the home of Mother Yasoda to prepare breakfast for Krishna. And when she enters the home of Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yasoda, how she is hugged by Mother Yasoda, she offers obeisances to Rohini, and they welcome her and embrace her so lovingly. And she has a whole circle of gopi friends, intimate friends, that already have the vegetables cut to the right size, all the condiments and spices are laid out in order, and the menu is already worked out by Mother Yasoda and Rohini, and how they happily engage in cooking for Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada in this song is explaining the 4 types of foods that are prepared. And the spiritual master is especially satisfied when the devotees take Bhagavat Prasadam. I'm not sure if any of you have had this experience. Even, I might get criticized for saying this, even higher than cooking for the deities is cooking for the devotees of the Lord. Because somehow you get a reciprocation from the devotees. You might not be advanced enough to feel the reciprocation from the Lord. But when you cook for the devotees, you get a turn sometime 4-5 times a year. You look forward to working out a nice menu, and you get all the wonderful ingredients together, and you eagerly cook with this nice mood to offer to the Lord and to please the devotees of the Lord. So it's a very relishable service. If those of you who are in a cooking team, I'm sure you'll know what we're speaking about. When one cooks directly for the devotees, there's no higher experience than that. It is just a wonderful, wonderful experience. And for those of you who are not in a cooking team yet, I would suggest you find a team that you can enroll in, make a contribution towards what they are preparing for the devotees, and you will experience this relish that I'm speaking about. Text 5. The spiritual master is always eager to hear and chant about the unlimited conjugal pastimes of Radhika and Madhava, and their qualities, names, and forms. The spiritual master aspires to relish these at every moment. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. So generally, these topics are not discussed on an open platform because of the intimacy of these pastimes. But I think we'll leave that at that because it's quite an intimate subject matter. And as the song progresses, the meanings get even more deeper. And text 6. The spiritual master is very dear because he is expert in assisting the gopis, who at different times make tasteful arrangements for the perfection of Radha and Krishna's conjugal loving affairs, the groves of Vrindavan. Anyway, we will stop here. We didn't even finish the first 8 verses. They had so much to present, but we just got caught up in presenting the qualities of the spiritual master and what it means, and how to remain attached to the lotus feet of the spiritual master and take shelter of him, hear submissively, serve in a loving way, and in this way you will gain the mercy of the spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanande. Har Har Har. Cocktails at Janardhan Prabhu. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Vachita Disitarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Would you like to sing? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Nitya Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitya Gaura Haribo. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Nitya Gaura Sundar ki, Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki, Vaishnav Thakur Gurudev ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Yeah, darshan. That is altar color. No, no, darshan. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.